Carl Jung never used the word manifesting the way it's used today, but his work on the unconscious, symbols, and synchronicity offers a deeper, richer lens for understanding how we shape our lives. Let's begin with the unconscious. Jung believed that we are not just shaped by our thoughts, but by something far deeper, by forces beneath our awareness, by the unconscious mind. There's the personal unconscious, your forgotten memories, repressed emotions, and hidden desires. And beyond that, the collective unconscious, a shared realm of archetypes and symbols that we all carry inside us. Jung saw these layers as alive, mysterious, and constantly influencing the events of our lives, whether we know it or not. Now let's talk about manifesting. In today's world, manifesting is often described like this. Focus on what you want, think positively, and the universe will deliver it. But Jung would offer something quite different. He would say, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And most of what we are lives in the unconscious. One of Jung's most important ideas is the shadow. The shadow holds the parts of ourselves we try to hide or deny. It's our fear, our jealousy, our guilt, but also our power, our creativity, and our potential. Jung wrote, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So if you're trying to manifest love, but deep down you feel unworthy, you might keep attracting distance, rejection, or emotional pain. Not because you want that, but because your unconscious is quietly shaping your life. From the shadows, Jung didn't just study the mind. He also looked at how the outer world reflects the inner world. And that leads us to one of his most mystical ideas, synchronicity. Synchronicity is a meaningful coincidence. It's when something on the outside matches something on the inside, even though there's no clear cause. Let's say you dream about a butterfly, and the next morning a butterfly lands right in front of you, or you're thinking of someone and they suddenly call. That's synchronicity. For Jung, it was not magic. It was a sign that your inner world and the outer world are deeply connected. So how does this relate to manifesting? Imagine your unconscious is sending a message through symbols, patterns, and repeating events. You might think it's coincidence, but Jung would say, pay attention. Synchronicity shows you what's alive in your psyche, what's ready to be healed, what's waiting to be integrated. The world outside is reflecting what's going on within. Now, let's imagine someone who wants to manifest a new career. They picture success. They write affirmations, but nothing changes. A Jungian approach would ask, what does success mean to you? Are you afraid of being seen? Do you feel worthy of abundance? Is your unconscious holding on to an old identity? Jung would invite you to explore your dreams, to meet the symbols that appear at night, to discover what's buried in your shadow. And in doing that inner work, you might not just manifest a new job, you might manifest a whole new self. Jung believed that we all have a deeper center within us. He called it the self. The self is more than your thoughts, more than your ego. It is the whole of who you are, conscious and unconscious, light and dark. When you live from the self, you don't just chase desires. You become aligned with your true purpose, and when you're aligned, life starts to respond in mysterious ways. Synchronicities increase, opportunities arise. You begin to feel like you're on the right path, even if you don't fully understand how. Let's take a practical example. Someone is always attracting unavailable partners. No matter how hard they try to manifest love, it never works out. Jung wouldn't say, try harder. He'd say, look within. What patterns are repeating? What is your shadow trying to show you? Do you fear intimacy? Are you recreating an old story? When we understand the why behind our patterns, we begin to change the energy we carry, and the world changes with us. This is the heart of Jung's approach to manifesting. Not thinking your way to a goal, not forcing the universe to give you what you want, but listening, reflecting, integrating, making the unconscious conscious. When you do that, you stop manifesting from fear, shame, or fantasy, and begin manifesting from truth, from soul. So, how can you begin? Here are a few Jung-inspired steps. 1. Keep a dream journal. Your dreams are messages from the unconscious. Symbols, themes, and feelings often reveal what you're really working through. 2. Notice synchronicities. Write them down. What do they mean to you? What part of you feels recognized? 3. Explore your shadow. Ask yourself, what do I judge in others? What do I deny in myself? What am I afraid others might see? 4. Meditate. Reflect. Create stillness where your deeper self can speak. 5. Let go of control. Instead of trying to force results, trust the deeper process unfolding inside you. Jung's ideas are not always easy. They ask us to go deep, to face uncomfortable truths, to embrace mystery. But through that work, we become more whole, more awake, and more aligned with what we are truly here to create. As Jung said, who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. You have more power than you realize, not by escaping your shadow, but by meeting it with love, not by forcing outcomes, but by becoming someone new from the inside out. That is true manifestation. If you want more of this kind of content, please like and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you for listening.